Okay, so hi, I am back doing this again. Don't know how regularly it's going to be, but I have news that I have been trying to figure out how to deal with. As some of you may know, I have been dealing with some health issues the past couple of weeks, and before I say it, please, if you're watching this, watch the full video after I say this. 4 weeks ago, I was diagnosed HIV positive. And the reason I'm making this video is that immediately upon getting the diagnosis, obviously I was emotional, but I felt this shame at it. And I realized that there is still this huge stigma attached with HIV in our society. And there shouldn't be. And I think a big part of the reason there is this stigma is that people are afraid to talk about it. And a lot of people are uneducated about it. I was more educated than the average person, but still didn't know as much as I should until I was diagnosed 4 weeks ago. So let's talk. Um, I am not dying any faster than anyone else is. I have already started treatment. I take one lovely pill every day, just this little thing. Take it once a day. It inhibits most of the processes that HIV uses to reproduce. I have my first follow-up appointment in a week to see how I am responding to treatment. When I was diagnosed, they ran a lot of blood work on me to make sure that I would not have bad biological reactions to the medications, that I should respond correctly. They tested if there were any resistances in the strain of HIV that I have, which there were. So they had to move my meds a little bit, but I'm on ones that should be working now. So they ran a lot of blood tests. There are two main markers that are used to determine how someone is responding to treatment. The first one is your CD4 cell count, which is CD4 cells, also known as T cells, are one of your white blood cells that are primarily used to measure the strength of your immune system. At the time of my diagnosis, my CD4 cell count was 696, which actually is still in the healthy range. A healthy individual, as long as you're above 500, your immune system is considered healthy. So the doctor that I am seeing, his speculation is that we caught the infection relatively early. That also means that I should make a more solid recovery in terms of keeping my immune system healthy and probably even being stronger than it was when I was diagnosed 4 weeks ago. The other main statistic is known as your viral load, which is the number of units of HIV per milliliter of your blood. Now, this number is going to sound high. My number at the time of diagnosis was 49,317, which I freaked out at that. Turns out it can get up to the hundreds of thousands, millions if left untreated. So that's actually not that bad. That being said, the goal is to get me down to what is known as undetectable levels, which is less than 50 units per milliliter. My doctor's projection is that I would be there within 2 months of starting treatment. So that is basically, that's basically a month and a week from now, because I didn't start treatment until a week after I was diagnosed. So that's the basic information. I'm not dying. I'm healthy. My mental health is another story. That's something that I am struggling with. I am seeing a therapist and just working through this because it is a big deal. I'm not dying, but I have to take this pill every day for the rest of my life. If I don't take it, there's a very good chance that the HIV that I do have will develop a resistance to the drugs I'm taking. And while there are a number of different HIV treatments, they are limited. So if you keep screwing up, you run out eventually. So it's really important that I take this every day. And it is something that has this huge stigma in society. And that's why I wanted to talk about it, because I am not ashamed. And another question a lot of people ask is, well, do you know who gave it to you? And I don't. And take from that what you will about my life. I was living my life the way I was. I was not being responsible with my choices in my sex life for probably, I mean, the better part of 2 years. And that's on me. That's not on anyone else. And I don't want to say I blame myself, because I don't blame myself. But like I can't place blame anywhere for this situation. Like it just is what it is. Another thing that's super important is I have access to great health insurance right now. The infectious disease clinic at Duke's Hospital is one of the best in the country. So I have access to amazing doctors and treatment. And actually, between my health insurance and a copay card, my medication cost me nothing a month right now. That is not always the case. And it's really important that we maintain a strong healthcare system in this country for people who do have. I mean, I have a pre-existing condition now. So, I mean, I always believed in protecting people with pre-existing conditions, but now I'm personally invested. And if you do not support affordable health care for people with all conditions, then you do not support me. So just know that. Know that I now take that issue personally. So that's on, if you choose to not support people having access to healthcare and being protected, that's on you. Another thing is get tested. I had no idea that I had HIV. I did no inkling. I mean, I was getting blood work done so I could go on PrEP, which pre-exposure prophylaxis, which is a drug combination that reduces your percentage chance of contracting HIV by 90%. So that's super important. Another thing that's really important is I do not have AIDS. I have stage 1 HIV. If all things go the way they're supposed to, I will never have AIDS. AIDS is also stage 3 HIV. That's where your immune system is so weakened that you could die from a common cold. That is not a place that I ever intend on getting to, and with modern medication, I should not ever get to that point, ever. Yeah, so that's where I am right now. From a mental perspective, I'm juggling. I know I'm still the same person, but this is a big thing, and I have to figure out how my own personal identity and how I identify is affected by this. I have to figure out what level of value do I place on the fact that, I have this for the rest of my life now. It's just a fact of my life. And it's something that I have to live with. So that's kind of all I have to say right now. I wanted to make this because I think it's important to talk about. I have always prided myself on living my life openly. Thank you for watching this if you did. I am doing fine. I'm healthy. I'm taking care of myself. I'm still going to the gym basically every day of the week. Sometimes I don't hit every day, but like 5 to 6 to 7 days a week. My diet got super fucked the past couple of weeks, but I'm back on track this week. And, I'm in a good place. I'm financially stable. I'm in a great PhD program. I have friends and family who are incredibly supportive of me. That being said, like, not everyone knows, so haven't told my parents yet. I will tell them when I'm ready, or maybe never. I don't know. We'll see. Who knows? Respect my choices to tell people as I choose to tell them, because there are people who do not watch my stuff that I put online. A lot of people, the vast majority of humans on this planet, the very, very vast majority of humans on this planet, including people I know, do not watch these videos. So particularly just with my family, be respectful. And that being said, if you have questions, feel free to reach out to me. I am happy to educate and talk and discuss, but I don't want anyone to be concerned about me because I'm doing okay. I really am. And I think I'm going to try and start doing these vlogs more regularly because it just helps me to put it all out there into the universe. So thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll have good news for the next video.